Alright, what's up everyone, it's Smatherini here. I am going to show you another deck list, what's the deck profile. Anyway, so today we're going to be taking a look at Snake Eye Blue Eyes. So, combination of Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and Snake Eye. Do note this isn't 100% complete, and I'm going to actually show you some changes I am going to make in this video. So, give me just a sec. So, one Super Poly. So, I'm running, I think, 2 or 3 Super Poly in my deck. So, I'm going to cut a Maiden I am cutting one Maiden with Eyes of Blue, so I'm only running 2 instead of the full 3. To avoid like drawing all 3 maidens at the same time. And do note this is conformed to the newest ban list. So you know I've got my Ash Blossoms. I have 2 Primite Howl. So I have made a video on the Blue Eyes deck that I used as a base for this. So 1 Keeper of Magic Dragon. Keeper of Dragon Magic, Droll and Lockbirds. I have 2 Droll Lockbird in here. Once again, like I said, 2 Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Of course, I am running a 3 of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. One Sage with Eyes of Blue. One Whitestone of Ancients. There's that 3rd Blue Eyes. Polymerization. 1 Snake Eye Ash, because you can only have 1 in your deck. 1 Whitestone of Legend. 2 copies of Guilt of the Sinful Spoils. I'm running 2 Bonfire, 1 Raigeki. There's that other Bonfire. I'm running a Space is what I'm running right now. Move my extra deck real quick. So Droll Lockbird, 1 Nemesis Flag. 1 Blue Eyes Alternate Dragon. 1 Effect Veiler. 1 Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. 2 Diabell Star of the Black Witch. 1 Snake Eye Birch. 3 Snake Eye Flamebridge Dragoon. Or Dragon, sorry. 1 Snake Eyes Poplar. It's a bit of a tongue twister. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. 1 Ghost Sister. 1 Burst Stream of Destruction. 1 Feather Duster. 1 Destruction Swordsman's Fusion. 1 Silver's Cry. 1 Dark Magician. 1 Dark Magician and 1 Buster Blader and 1 Infinite Impermanence. Now, of course, I want to make some edits, so obviously I want to keep all of these in here because this is the main piece. And the problem is I can't really get, and when I've played test hands, I can't really get to any of the Diabell Star and Snake Eye pieces, even though that is like 1. Oh, can't forget the Sinful Spoils. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards out of, I think it's like a 41 card deck after I cut out the Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Now, of course, Dark Magician and Buster Blader I have in my deck because I'm running a Dark Paladin. I've also added the Light and Darkness Dragon, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. Sorry, the gold text is really hard to read, and SP Little Knight, and cut 1 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. So, of course, I have Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Yeah, and of course, so that's one of the reasons why I cut down on Maiden Eyes of Blue. I'm running a 1 of each of these. I need to run 1 of Sage. I think I'll cut this one here, because whilst, yes, I can go for a fusion deck with that, it's really not helping me, and it's more clogging the deck. I will actually be counting this, so counting out how many cards, and then hand traps, of course, running 2 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Ash, 1 Veiler, and Ghost Sister, Spooky Dogwood. Imperm, I kept it 1 just because, well, it's Imperm. It's super effective. It's a very effective card, and then, of course, I need all the damn fusion cards. I mean, Feather Duster could be good against something like Yubel, and then Raigeki it's goddamn Raigeki. If I can have it at 1, I'm going to absolutely abuse the fact that I can even have 1 in my deck. So, now with those modifications, let's see what I can do. So, your main goal is to either go into your extra deck. Now, of course, for Snake Eye, you're usually going to want to run something a little different, but because I'm working with what I got, I will not actually be able to do that. So, hold on, before I just cut that down, take the bottom pieces and slide them in. Had to put them against my stomach so that way I didn't drop any of the cards. There. Give it a quick power shuffle. Also, sorry if I sound a little congested. I am just mildly sick, so... But I still went to locals yesterday because I didn't think I was sick. I didn't think I was sick. I just thought it was so damn cold that my nose started running, so... That sucks, but that's how I got all my new Snake Eye stuff, which was just yesterday, so... sorry if it takes me a minute. I'm not 100% on all of the combos. And I know I'm supposed to run something like as a whatever the fuck it's called, Azamina. That's it. Of course. Okay. So we'll draw 5 and see what we can do. Don't tell me I drew 3. Okay. I'm already seeing a play with this hand. So as you can see, I have Maiden. I have a Maiden. I have 2 Flame Bridge. Not the best start, but at least it's something from Snake Eye. Whitestone of Legend. This is... Sorry if it's a little hard to read. It's the Plat Rare, not the Quarter Century, and then Super Poly. So I'm just going to normal Maiden with Eyes of Blue and set a Super Poly, because you never know what your opponent might be running. So, pass turn. So, say my opponent's running, we'll say, not Tempai, I don't want to do the math for that shit. I'm trying to think of something I know. I can't say like Yubel because then there's no point. And plus I'm not running Trap Tricks, which... So, fuck it. They're running heroes. So, summon some monsters. They're going to swing into my Maiden. Special 1. Actually, so you can technically special summon 1. Is it specifically a Blue Eyes White Dragon? You can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck, hand, or graveyard. So, technically, I could go into Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, or Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, but I think you can. I'll have to look up the rulings on that. For now, we'll just go into one normal Blue Eyes White Dragon. Then, you know, my opponent doesn't need to do anything else, doesn't want to, so fast turn, draw. Not a good start, but we are going to go into the White Stone of Legend. Then what we can do is Synchro. We're going to Synchro for Azure Eyes. Probably could have linked too into like SP Little Knight or something, but alright, so let's see. So, you know, my opponent's, you know, is gonna, you know, destroy my set monster. Since it was set to the grave, I can go into another Blue Eyes White Dragon. Which, that's the major problem I'm having with this deck, is it goes too much into the Blue Eyes archetype, not enough into the Snake Eye archetype for it to actually be terribly viable, but I also don't have anything else that would really work. Like, if I can pull a Diabellstar, I should probably cut my deck. Since I went searching, I'll cut my deck. There. Then, you know, pass turn, you know, oh no, oh shit, you know, that's a level 9, never mind, okay. Well, I could still probably go into something in my extra deck, right? Oh, I could have said my opponent was playing against Dark Magician and gone into this, but Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, because effect Dragon Monster instead over the Red Eyes Black Dragon, which you don't actually need. You can use it, you just don't need it. Anyway, so, you know, my opponent skips their, we'll say they skip their turn, draw for turn. Droll and Lockbird, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so standby phase, I can now, from my grave, bring back my Blue Eyes. Keep picking my deck up upside down, summon my Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Enter battle, I'll destroy one of their I'll destroy their monster with this, say, Elemental Hero Stratos. That's it. Then I'll swing into one of their more powerful monsters with Blue Eyes, destroying 2. Passing turn, they draw for turn. They're going to try and summon some monsters back. Draw Lockbird on res. They swing into my Maiden, since that's the only thing they can attack. That's bullshit. Elemental Hero can do better, especially on my other Blue Eyes. Okay. So then I am going to respond at the end with Super Poly. So from my hand, oh, I have to send something. So I'll send that for cost. You'll understand why. I can totally not use the effect of the other one to bring another one out to the field. Go into Ultimate Dragon. And, you know, they pass their turn because, oh, big oh shit button, you know, biggest monster on the field right now, and they can't attack it. Passing turn, activate Silver's Cry. I can target one dragon normal type monster that's in my grave and bring it back to the field. Yeah, so those are dragon tuners. Of course I'm going to bring back, yeah, because that's dragon effect. Dragon, so bring back my Blue Eyes. I can once again synchro into the Maiden with Eyes of Blue, but I don't think I will. as like I said, you can see automatically that I'm not doing a lot with the Snake Eye archetype, and that's because there's too much Blue Eyes, not enough Snake Eye, which is fine for now. It's also because Snake Eye did also get really nerfed. Which sucks, but yeah. Because they hit it to the point that it's balanced, but it's still good. Because you can only have one Snake Eye Ash, you can only have one Snake Eye Poplar. Yeah. Hate trying to say that name. It's such a tongue twister. It's like saying Pinguicula. That's Traptrix monster, if you're wondering. Yeah. Oh, I forgot my field center. Hold on. Set my... Oh, yeah. Cords for my keyboard and mouse are pushing it back. There. Field center. For the, like, third of it you can probably see on screen. Yeah. It's a Blue Eyes that I've had for years, and so I finally got this. Someone discarded it, so I took it. Alright, so then I'm going to enter battle. I'm going to destroy one of their monsters, destroy another, and swing for 45. I'm sure I've done enough damage to win, but let's pass turn. My opponent, someone's had a couple monsters. Nothing too crazy because I've broken their main combos. Draw. Guilt of Sinful Spoils. Okay, now this is where we can start getting the actual Diabellstar and Snake Eye stuff. If your opponent special summons a monster from the deck or extra deck, you control a Diabellstar monster, except during the damage step. Target one monster your opponent controls, shuffle it back into the deck during the damage step. When your Diabellstar monster battles a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Yeah. So I don't control a Diabellstar monster, so I'm just going to set that. And then pass. Yeah, so I'll set one, enter battle, and I guess I'll swing for game. I'll destroy their monster and swing for game. So, cool, yay. I really didn't get to go into Snake Eye with that one, and really sucks, but... Because, like I said, I pulled both of these from my deck alongside Sinful Spoils. I just don't have 100% of the cards because, they're really hard to get a hold of because not many people are willing to part with a lot of Fiendsmiths either. I could have had I had multiple chances to get a Fiendsmith Engraver. I just didn't have cards that would match the value in order to gain a Fiendsmith Engraver. Because it went from $100 down to 50, and then there's another card. It's a little blue bubble looking thing that's and now it's worth $130 right now. Yeah, card collecting is hard. So let's play another test hand, see if we can get... I already see Snake Eye in my hand. Oh, God. Okay, so this... Fucking Diabellstar. Oh, is this the... Wait. Oh, it is. So yesterday, I pulled this from my OTS bag. This is the $34 super rare Diabellstar. It's got the special border and everything. I also got the discard card, which I was able to... I set it to a price of about $35 and got some decent cards like the Effect Veiler, because apparently people are willing to trade for those things. So, I mean, if I can gain value from it, I'm not complaining. So, of course, we're going to normal Snake Eye Ash. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand. So, I'm going to go into Snake Eye Birch. Then I'll cut from my other Diabellstar. My deck. Special. And then, if you control a fire monster, special summon this card from your deck to your hand, you can And then during my opponent's turn, quick effect, I can send 2 face-up cards and then special a Snake Eye monster. Send these 2 to the grave and special a Snake Eye monster from my deck. So that's cool. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 card from your hand or field to the grave. Okay. So I think I'll send Jet Dragon and special. Please tell me, yeah. And then I can only special her, and then when she is normal or special summoned, once per turn, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can set 1 Sinful Spoils spell/trap directly from my deck. So this now allows me to set Guilt of the Sinful Spoils. See, now we're getting into the Snake Eye combos. All we had to do was go for a shuffle. And see, you can use Snake Eye or Blue Eyes in this archetype with this setup and still have an ass-kicking machine as long as you don't get truly interrupted by something like Droll Lockbird or Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler or Infinite Impermanence or Ghost Bell or fucking Ghost Mourner. There's a lot of stuff that can counter what you can do. However, there are also ways around it using the deck. So I'm going to pass turn to my opponent. They're going to summon some monsters. Quick effect. I'm going to send these 2 and activate the effect, allowing me to special from my deck. Yeah, special summon 1 Snake Eye monster from your deck, hand or deck, except for Snake Eye Birch. So I'm going through the long search of actually trying to find the fucking card I'm looking for. Oh. It just depends. Which shiny one do I want? Oh, this is literally the top of my deck. That's what I was going to pull next turn. So I'm going to special him. Then I'm going to cut. I'll cut about that much since I went through the entire deck. So I'll just cut a little. And plus, I'm also trying to replicate some of the shitty cuts I've seen. But, you know, like, if you can get a perfect half, you're really cool. But if you can only get, like, the top little bit, yeah. So, now, I can target 1 face-up monster on the field or in the graveyard, place it in its owner's spell and trap zone. So that's not on summon, so I'll have to do that during my turn. And then, oh, I forgot to set this. Shit. Or I could have totally reacted with it. So my opponent's going to special summon a monster from their extra deck. Once again, playing against that hero deck that I'm pretending to go against. So, Guilt of Sinful Spoils. If your opponent special summons a monster from the deck, you control a Diabellstar monster card, except for during the damage step, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck during the damage, and then during the damage step, if my Diabellstar monster, yeah. So I'm gonna target. So say they're trying to go into. We'll say this is Yubel Hero. So they're gonna try and get rid of my monsters. So I'm gonna use Guilt of Sinful Spoils and stop. And I'm gonna shuffle back their Loving Defender Forever, because they were trying to use an Eternal Favorite in response to do that. So I'm going to Guilt of Sinful Spoils to stop, in order to shuffle that back into the extra deck, and so that way they don't actually get to fusion summon the monster. I hope I played that right. If I didn't, I will find out at locals on Friday. Alright, then they're gonna pass turn since I stopped their major play piece. This is where the fun fucking begins. So, Bonfire. Start by going into Bonfire, effect 2 special. Oh no, add from deck to hand. Sorry. Like I said, still learning this shit. So go into Pulpar. Now that one is mostly graveyard. Now, I'm only pulling this one for its graveyard effect at this point, and not for drawing original guild or original Sinful Spoils because I don't have a copy yet. So I'm going to normal. If this card is added to your hand, except for you can special summon this card. So I'll special. So effect is special. Then I'm going to activate the effect of Flamebridge Dragon, and I'm going to bring back my Snake Eye Birch. So my opponent's going to try and cancel my Snake Eye Flamebridge Dragon. I'm going to effect Veiler. Going to set that in the spell trap zone, and then yeah, so as a continuous spell. During your opponent's turn, you can target one monster that says a continuous spell and summon it to your field. So essentially, if someone has like a Loving Defender Forever, or like a Yubel monster, or a really powerful monster, you take that, you activate the effect, you send it to the spell trap zone, then you summon it to your field, which is actually a really good way of controlling the field. I don't know why I always end up with the field control decks, but it's super cool. Okay, so I'm gonna pass turn, ba-da-ba-da-ba, and then start of their turn, I'm going to activate Flamebridge to bring back Snake Eye Birch, and then I'm going to activate the effect of Snake Eye Birch on my opponent's turn to send and special. Once again, specialing another Snake Eye monster to go into another Flamebridge Dragon. Alright, then, so say my opponent's got a couple of monsters I've got my eye on. Fusion summon one monster that lists Buster Blader as material from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or either side of the field as fusion material. So I'm going to take my opponent's two strongest monsters, and I'm going to go into Dark Paladin. Now, I now have one dragon in grave, two dragons on the field. Dark Paladin's effect, whenever, and this is why I always keep this damn thing on me, so that would allow me to check grave. I stack my graveyard, of course. I stack my graveyard on top of itself, so that way I don't lose it, so that'd be 1,500. Because Dark Paladin gains... Yeah, that was damage calculations from a previous deck. Because I would have done that much goddamn damage to somebody. With this deck setup you see here. So 1,500 plus 2,900. That's 4,400. If I can gain like another 100, then I'd match the power of a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but yeah. So yeah, my opponent, they're like, no, I'm not gonna attack any of that, and I don't have anything to get rid of, so get rid of your monsters on the field. So I'm a pass turn, I will draw for turn. This is going to be fun. So start by bringing back your Snake Eyes Birch. Now, I can only use the effect of Flamebridge Dragon once per turn, which definitely sucks because that means I can't use that again. However, don't think I'll need to, because going to enter battle, and before I start, I'm going to start by swinging to my opponent's monster using Diabellstar. So I'm going to banish Guilt of Sinful Spoils, which will half my opponent's attack of my opponent's monster, so I can destroy it. So that's 2,500. So I'll destroy the monster. We'll say they take, so we'll say they take about 500 damage from that. Add. Yeah. And then we're going to add 3,000. Could have just put, hold on, watch this little trick. So do plus 6,000 because I'm swinging with both of these, since I destroyed their only monster, and then plus 4,400 due to the effect of my Dark Paladin, and that's game. I don't know how many turns that took, but I'm sure once I have all the cards, I can go into faster combos. But yeah, yeah, these cards, I'm sorry that I don't have all of the cards currently. These are really hard to get a hold of and really hard to convince people to part ways with, so when you're trading for them. So unfortunately for me, I didn't get to have the full setup, but I'm working on trying to get at least one original Sinful Spoils. Thank you all for watching. I've been Smatherini. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.